What else happened during break? I'm asking that to the listeners. What do you want us to talk about? Please give us a call. I know there were a bunch of assaults on the media over the break.
Yep.
We have one of the guys that did one of them, Boston Strangler from Wackbag.com. Boston Strangler.
Hey, good morning, boys. Good morning, Jimmy.
Hey, man.
You know, I'm just getting back into the swing of things here, Boston Strangler. I still haven't seen your assault on the media.
Well, it wasn't necessarily an assault on the media. It was more an assault on Baba Booey from Howard.
Oh, what happened?
Oh, yeah?
Basically, a bunch of us from Wackbag, myself, Surly Trucker, Bunny, Sonny Forelli, Drackle, Danny 75, Schnauzer, and Yellow Discipline, along with Premarital, we decided to converge on Government Center last Friday because Baba Booey had a signing at Newbury Comics. So what happened was
Howard. Fucking Howard, I gotta tell you, man, because this goes way back. Because we used to cross paths with Baba Booey here and there, and Howard just doesn't pay the guy a lot of money, so he still has to do these dumb, awful appearances to try to make ends meet.
Yeah.
Way to take care of your people, Howard. He's at a record store doing a signing.
Yeah, basically what he was doing was a promotion gig for WBCN and for Hoo Hoo Show.
Right.
So we brought in our secret weapon. We went in and got Wheelchair Fred.
We got the draft, guys. We got the draft going. It's Dugout Doug, too.
Hey, Dugout, what's up?
What's up? We got the draft going. We drafted Fred.
Oh, okay. Wheelchair Fred is part of the O&A Army now?
They'll take anybody.
Yep, we picked up Fred. Actually, it was Surly Trucker who did. And our secret weapon with Fred was he had a dildo, and he was going to try to get it signed by Baba Booey.
The one he shoved up his ass?
Yeah.
So he'd have to touch it?
Yep. So what happened was, I guess, Sonny Forelli wheeled Fred up to the door. They weren't going to let Fred in at first. And then Premarital, the guy in the banana suit, started shouting, they're not letting a guy in a wheelchair in, and starting getting the crowd all, riled up and whatnot. So eventually, Sonny Forelli smooth-talked his way in, and to make a long story short,
too late.
Basically, we got Fred to, I stink.
No, it's really good.
Oh my God! Wow, Boston Strangler, come on.
You got
regroup.
You got Fred to what?
Basically, we got Fred in there, and Baba Booey signed something for Fred, and we're going to send it into the studio this morning, and you guys should have it tomorrow or the next week.
Well, did you guys say anything to him or no?
Well, what happened was while Fred was in there with Sonny Forelli, myself, and a bunch of other pests standing by the window waving and shouting and screaming, handing out WOW stickers and some other flyers saying, the reason Howard sucks and everything else.
Are you shook up? Are you nervous?
Eject.
Are you shook up? Are you nervous?
Punching out, boys.
Well, no,
Jimmy, let him go.
I want to know what happened when you pulled up. Like, was there a crowd?
Let him go. I appreciate the effort, Boston Strangler.
You better get your head and your ass wired together, or I will take a giant shit on you.
Now, basically, the best thing about this was it was a really good showing for activating one of our sleeper cells at short notice. We got about 10 guys and a lady up there to go ahead and try to embarrass Baba Booey with a little bit of O&A advertising, which actually went very well. The problem was
get him to sign
the big
something.
thing was getting Wheelchair Fred in there to try to have the...
They're in training, Anthony, that's all. This is one of these little training maneuvers, that's all. They're getting ready for the big fight, the big war. Right. This is Dugout Doug, by the way.
Come on in for the big win.
It was a really good showing. What we did also was Boston Strangler made up some pamphlets basically exposing some of the lies that Hoo Hoo's been telling over the past couple of weeks. We had the facts about how many subscription numbers Sirius has and, where they can find their own information to get the proof. So we just wanted to jump in there and embarrass him while we could in person, which was a good time. Got a couple of pictures with him. We had a guy in a banana suit, which is
Stop it!
It's really time for you guys to rev up the Army, by the way. It's time. It is just time to just go balls out from this point on. Sonny Forelli, what's up?
Hey, guys, what's happening?
What's up, Sonny?
I'll tell you something. Fred had to go to the bathroom before I went in there.
And I had to go to City Hall Plaza and go through the motions. I go through the scanner there. And, you know, we're getting searched and everything, and I forgot that Fred had a dildo in his bag.
I forgot. You did? You forgot?
Where are you from? I hear an accent. Are you from Philly?
No, I'm from Boston. I'm Steve Meat Tips.
I was kidding.
All right, Sonny, go ahead.
Yeah, so anyways, I'm wheeling Fred into the store, and they weren't going to let us in, and I had to give up the bag. They knew about the dildo.
By the way, hold on. By the way, it says Sonny Forelli, and then it says, I can tell the story better.
Right.
Sonny, you're failing miserably.
And why did you say to Angie to get on the ride, you fat pig? Why did you yell at your wife like that time in Coney Island? And then rob a bank for your homosexual friend?
All right, I think you guys cleared it up perfectly. I guess there's something that went on in Boston while we were on vacation. Thank you.
You're not dying, Sonny. You're killing everyone around you.
I can't wait to see the rest of the Wackbag people just bash them now. They're going to lambaste them at how horrid their appearance was
today. They do like to eat their own. So.
Oh, they do.
And, dude, we go up to the gas station, right? And I tell him, nah, the thing's on the left, but he pulls up to the right, so we got to back the car up, turn around.
The guy doesn't know, and then his car's in the way. No, but here's the good part. I go inside to get some chips. Shut up.
They didn't have the ones that he wanted.
We don't care.
So Doug says to the banana guy,
hey, Joe in Jersey, what's up?
Hello?
Hey, Joe, what's up?
Joseph?
Well, why do you keep shitting on Howard Stern?
Because he's a dick, he's a hypocrite,
no,
he's a liar.
Dick. He's not a dick. He's not a hypocrite.
He steals everyone's bits in radio and then claims that he invented everything.
Joe, did you ever work at Infinity Broadcasting with Howard Stern? Did you ever have Howard run to the boss and start whining and tell Mel Karmazin to have us fired because we talked about his fucking daughter? Meanwhile, he can talk about whoever he wants without a problem. But he's too afraid to confront it on the air, so he goes to the boss. He goes to Mel Karmazin.
You're talking about fucking whining. All you do is fucking whine.
Oh, that's exactly what we do on the show.
No,
you're obviously listening very closely.
We do not. We don't whine. Stop it.
Show is based about
Joe,
shut up, Joe. You're listening to the show, aren't you?
Joe, you got to answer Anthony's point.
The whole show is based on what, you fucking phony?
I'm sorry, what was that?
That's
Joe,
right.
You should address Anthony's point, though. Anthony did make a valid point.
Can you express that point again? I'm sorry.
No, but seriously, listen to him. It's actually a valid point, man. Anthony.
It's the fact that Howard would run to Mel Karmazin behind the scenes and undermine everything we were trying to do to make our show popular at the time we were at WNEW. Instead of being the honest, bad boy, do battle on the air kind of guy that he tries to present himself as, he ran to management to have us quieted.
Pardon me?
Yeah.
Where do you base that honesty from? How the fuck is he honest?
What?
It's a fucking personality. It's a fucking goof.
It's a personality. It's a character. Yeah, and we're calling him out for being a dickbag by running to our boss to have us fired. If some asshole you worked with was constantly going to your boss and trying to get you fired, wouldn't you think he was a dick, Joe? Seriously.
Oh, yeah.
All right? That's where we stand with Howard.
Yeah, but you're fucking... that's not the same thing.
Dude, the problem...
It is the same thing.
Joe, the thing is this. When you're talking about freedom of speech and stuff like that, it's kind of hard to be very big on freedom of speech if you've had a gag order put on somebody. It's a very difficult... It's a big inconsistency, man.
You're talking about fighting a character. You're talking about fucking fighting a movie character.
No. See, his character on the air is one thing. The way he was a dickbag in real life, with real-life issues like our job and our bosses and what we were allowed to talk about and not allowed to talk about, that's the real shit. We're not talking about the character. The character on the air, fine, fuck him, whatever he is. I'm talking about the asshole we had to deal with on an almost daily fucking basis.
The guy that sat in his limo outside the Park Plaza and refused to go in for his own press conference because we were in attendance.
Until we were thrown out.
That guy.
Shit like that, Joe. Shit he doesn't talk about.
Oh, that didn't give you any fucking bits. That didn't give you a fucking...
No, we weren't allowed to talk about any of these
No, whenever we brought up Howard Stern...
What do you do right now? What are you doing right now?
Now we can.
Now we're spending about 20 minutes talking about Howard Stern, and then we'll move on with our show, douchebag. We don't do this every day. You know that.
You do it every fucking day.
No, we don't, Joe. Stop.
Yes,
You're
you
being
do.
dishonest
You do it
with
every
yourself.
day because douchebags like me call in and make you do it.
But Joe, wouldn't you be frustrated?
Thank you, Joe.
Wouldn't you be frustrated
Joe.
though
Joe's done.
if you weren't allowed to say what you wanted to say about it? I mean, of course you would be.
There are some people that just don't really get it. They kind of see Howard back in the late 80s, early 90s. They're stuck in that whole mindset. And the truth of the matter was, we talk about it because he was a dick in real life.
Here's some audio from his show recently.
But genuine enemies of yours would be great.
That's what I'm going for.
None of that crap at the end, like, but I really love you.
Right.
And that's exactly what happened when I was talking to Don. He said, well, immediately, we need Rosie O'Donnell. I mean, right away it comes out.
Right.
That's who would really be the roast.
Do you believe that Jay Leno would have the...
They're talking about roasting Howard as he leaves regular radio.
And they want to have people that hate him.
Yeah, there'll be all sorts of rules and stuff, and
of course,
it's just going to be just a kiss-ass session.
The ability to do it correctly? Like, would Jay Leno come and really roast
Jay Leno used to be one of the greatest comedians ever. I don't know if he still got it in him. But
nobody knows what Jay's got left.
he could do it if he wants.
He's not a roasting kind of comic, though. He doesn't have that go for the jugular type thing. But if he did, I think he'd be great at it.
Yeah.
But Letterman, if he would do it, he'd be fantastic.
I'd love to hear Letterman roast. See, I think Letterman would do it.
Yeah, I think he'd be great.
Yeah. 5 minutes, whatever he wants to do. You know who else I'm thinking? Who really hates me? Pat Cooper. He hates my guts.
And he's amazing at roasting. He's first up.
And he'll kill me.
Yeah. He'll tear you
he will
apart.
kill me.
Pat used to be a friend, right?
What?
Pat was a friend at one time?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a real good friend, but he went berserk on me. He was like another Dice.
But okay, crap.
Yeah, right.
Okay, but now...
Those are the guys. You let them at me.
Let me ask you a question.
Wow. Yeah.
I know... And I'm
Ryan White's mom. Come on, let's go.
I know what direction Pat Cooper would take.
Let him go.
You sure?
Let him do it.
You know what I'm talking about?
Let him go. Yeah.
That'd be tough.
He thinks I'm a censorship because Opie and Anthony.
No, it's worse than that. He starts attacking your family.
Right.
He thinks you're a bad father.
Right.
Let him do it. Right. Let him do it.
He thinks.
Right. But that's a roast.
Right.
He thinks I'm a bad. But then I get to go up and wail on him as a parent.
He wouldn't recognize his son.
Yeah.
That's not a joke.
Pat Cooper calling you a bad parent, that's really...
Let's have everyone have their turn on me.
He kind of addressed the Pat Cooper thing, but barely.
Yeah.
Pat Cooper decided to stop being Howard's friend after Pat found out that Howard was making us shut up.
I'd love to know how Pat found that out. 'Cause
I
know I mentioned it to him when we did Tough Crowd.
Yeah.
But he might have known it before then. I don't know. But he was like, what? Who is
What?
he?
He talks about free speech, and then he shuts those guys down. A yelling old Borscht Belt comic.
Why don't you bring him on?
Yeah,
I'd love to have Pat Cooper on. We could have Pat Cooper on if he would do our show, talk about it. But he found out that Howard was censoring us, and he said, I can't be your friend anymore. You're a phony. That's exactly how it went down.
But why? Just the thing is, the way that was mentioned, like, you know what direction he's going to take. Like, should I mention it? Like, why wouldn't you just mention it?
Because it's been a taboo subject for years with him. We got under his skin so bad on commercial radio, he couldn't take it anymore.
All the things.
Yelling and screaming behind the scenes.
It would be one thing if he hadn't spent years and years and years calling other jocks pussies for not confronting him on the air. And, he would go into these markets and destroy the jock that was in that market that was doing well because the other jock wouldn't respond to him. They'd have these program directors that would say, no, just ignore him and it'll go away. And truth of the matter is it wouldn't go away. And the second we started hitting back, and hitting back through a shared audience, a lot of our audience were shared with his, he lost his mind, wouldn't address it on the air, and ran to Mel Karmazin, which Mel Karmazin called us up into meetings in his office, not with an underling, with Mel Karmazin, the guy, and told us, you are not to talk about Howard Stern on your show, or you and your boss will be fired. That was told to us. That's the fact. So any asshole that wants to call up and say, why you bashing Howard, that's the situation. You don't know what it's like to work in the same company as that asshole. He's constantly doing shit like that behind the scenes.
He didn't like that we were getting attention.
Of course not.
It's
right in
all
his
about
backyard.
Howie. He gets all the attention. No one else.
That's right, Bob.
And as far as not believing us, as far as ripping off bits from everybody, he's taking another one of ours.
Oh, here you go. Well, you know something?
We always come to the table with proof. We don't just babble.
No.
We don't babble. We actually show you guys.
And this is a prime example of this guy is going to satellite radio. He's going to Sirius end of the year. He is obviously thinking about what to do, how it works. How do you take a show from traditional broadcast radio to satellite radio? It's something he hasn't done. We have done this. We know how it works now. We've been doing this for a year. We made the transition. We're doing very well. So what do you think he does?
Joe.
Yeah.
Say what you have to say.
What?
Say what you have to say.
No, they fucking shit on me.
No, free speech and you hang up on me. We gave you your shot. Go away.
Well, you want us to spend all day?
No, you didn't give me my shot. You didn't listen to what I had to say.
We listened to exactly what you said, and now we're addressing what you said. We're not going to have an argument with you for the next half hour. You stink at that.
I did address what you said, too, man. I was like, you got to address Anthony's point, dude. Where'd he go?
I hung up on him. We're done with him. We can't spend all morning with Joe. He said what he had to say, and now we're addressing it. Go ahead, Anthony.
I forgot where I was now.
About why? Something good on the internet there?
No.
All right. Well, anyway, here's... he's trying to figure out what to do with the satellite and all that, right?
Yeah, and then obviously you look at a show that has made a successful transition between traditional terrestrial radio and satellite. And he certainly seems to be taking some examples of what we're doing.
Well, we got some old friends still with the company, and it has been told us that Howard definitely does listen to the program. He has it in his Escalade. So there's no surprise that he came up with this brilliant idea last week.
But all these nudniks who file these complaints, one guy in Florida represents the entire state, I guess. But all these guys who file have forced radio to change. They've made radio safe again for children. And unfortunately, the programming is going to suck and suck more. And anyone who's out there trying to take risks and do some funny, edgy stuff, forget about it. It's not happening. The only place you're going to hear that is on satellite when I go.
Yeah, that's where all the adults will have to go if they want to listen to something that's not, absolutely safe for the kiddies.
Yeah.
Listen to the whole. She had nothing to add. She had absolutely nothing to add once again. Holy crap.
The only place you're going to get it is satellite. Oh, when I go. It sure says when I go. Like there's nothing going on
like
satellite
it's not happening already.
You
cock.
What an ass.
And that hole with you that just repeats everything you say in another form.
For the kiddies.
Yeah. And I'm busy putting together this channel. And I'm going to tell you something. On this channel that I'm creating, it is going to be a safe haven for about 5 or 6 radio shows. One of the channels is going to be, we're just going to handpick people. People who are fed up with the system, who know the system is dirty. And I will create a haven on the Howard Stern channel where these people will work and thrive. And we will rise all from the ashes, and we will become like it was with the WMCA good guys. We will band together. In fact, any jock who joins my station, you ever seen the Mafia? When a guy joins the Mafia, you take a vow?
Yeah, first you have to kill somebody, right?
Right.
You stupid hole.
I'm giving away what I want to call a silver certificate.
Our golden ticket thing that we're doing is getting a lot of press. It's getting a lot of talk in the radio industry.
And in the industry, it's very huge. Some people see it as a serious thing. They're sending in tapes and stuff. Other people see it as something funny that we're doing. But it definitely is. It has a buzz in the industry. All the industry sites are talking about it. And there he goes. There he goes.
With his big idea.
But you remember the ceremony?
Oh, yeah.
What do? They burn you?
They burn you with a cigarette or something, and then they kiss you.
We might even tattoo you. I'm not sure what we're going to do to you.
Brand you.
We're going to brand you. But we are going to take some people off of this stuff, this terrestrial radio, and give them a new home, a new life, and let them be reborn. And I will promote the hell out of them. Part of the ceremony will be Fred will tongue kiss each of these men or women that we choose.
Tell him, Fred.
If they're willing to go through that with his coffee breath, then you know they'll go through anything. Omerta. What do they call that?
Omerta.
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 Omerta. Long live the Howard Stern Channel.
Quiet. Stop whining.
Wow, that's a great idea. I wonder where he got that one from.
Yeah, that's a good one.
He truly is a genius.
Rescuing people from terrestrial radio.
People weren't doing anything before he started doing radio. I now believe that.
Mm-hmm.
What an ass. What a complete ass. You could hear it in his voice going, I know this is Opie and Anthony's idea, but it's too good. I gotta go with it.
I'll take this one, Robin.
Let me try to make this sound believable.
Believable. Fucking meat ditch. Worthless.
Adding absolutely nothing on a daily basis.
For years.
The luckiest person in radio right there.
Radio Lotto.
Ah, God. Well, there you have it. That's his new idea. It's brilliant. I gotta hand it to him. It's brilliant. All right, we're gonna take a break, I guess.
Radio.
Ooh.
Radio.
My grandmother used to say righto.
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 Eat your pussy, Grandma. Righto.
Mm-hmm. This is really quick from Fox and Friends. I guess we have a pest that works for the network.
Uh-huh.
They were doing a Howie story, and listen what they added to the story. I swear to God, we're not adding this. This is actual audio from Fox and Friends.
Viacom said, in the future, if we ever get a notice of apparent liability in regards to one of our talent, in regards to one of our hosts, we will immediately suspend that host.
Well, you know what? Suspend him.
Right. Stern wants him to suspend them so he can get off and go to satellite radio.
They threw in the tell him, Fred.
I'm telling you, we got pests everywhere.
Man.
That's really from Fox and Friends?
I swear to you.
They've infiltrated everything.
The pests are infiltrating everything.
Project
Do you
Mayhem.
understand what's going on with this pest concept?
It is Project Mayhem.
Project
they are
Mayhem.
infiltrating everything.
The pests are just getting their little hands into everything. They're everywhere. They're all-knowing. There's now a new website, by the way, called OAPests.com.
Really?
Where they're just organizing and trying to figure out other ways to just be annoying fucking pests.
I heard one of them even walk up to the producer, this is weird, and said, could you sign this?
How cool is that, though?
That's hilarious.
And that's, what about the other one? What was that, on CBS?
CBS.
Yeah.
These pests are everywhere. I'm telling you,
They fed a Pat Battle line
infiltrating.
into the telepropeller.
The teleprompter.
Prompter.
The telecopter.
Yeah, the helicopter.
The teleprior. What, do we have that one? No? The ABC one?
Do we have that still there?
Let's hope so, Hawk.
Not that I saw. That's the answer I want. From
Eric,
Not that I saw.
The boss wants a yes or a no. Well, the boss wants a yes.
That is the answer I want from my right-hand man in the studio. Not that I saw. How about we try to find it, Eric?
That's right, Hawk. Find.
Considering we're talking about it right now, it would be a fine thing to play.
That's right.
Basically, Julie, here's the pest thing we do. I guess we played this before vacation, Anthony.
Yeah.
It's a Pat Battle for the new listeners. It's such an inside joke. It's not even worth explaining at this point. But someone that was writing down stuff for Julie Chen to read decided to have a little fun. Another one of our pests. Someone deep inside the Viacom walls. Mm-hmm.
And if you have a question for Kaser, you can talk to him live tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific on House Calls, the Big Brother Talk Show at CBS.com. Next, it's the ultimate battle for power. Who will be the new head of household?
Damn, that is great.
How great is that? How great is that?
The ultimate Pat Battle. Read it, robot. Just read it.
Read it and shut up. Own a pest. Starting to get themselves everywhere.
I love that.
Everywhere. It's going to get so interesting from here on in. So, and I guess we should acknowledge that new website, OAPests.com, I believe. Mm-hmm. We should link it to OpieandAnthony.com.